Mame Amadoku Adia, we are saying, sir, Chinchina ono and no cheche no say. We said these are allegations level, sir. Nidi epiem say. Say Rana ye pene yi nefri one. They are all conspirators in the ploy. And the reason why ye can't say no, what was it? Because there was a video we played as a video, no, a boy, no. A lady also in Belgium, our Belgium, on also issue a threat about Ghana, and in fact, on only the security services need to me part. I say, on no all my warning, I'm a Ghana security service, woman him. No all catch security force. So man mo ran ho ban ono be sman krofa ba e mom di tua be boy ran team ekuno. Hey, na asem papa sa. Now, we be say on whose behalf? And na say ran no or yes our video no. Enti per our investigations on the ground, say din we na pie. So, we called on all the names about sa investigation me say they should come to CTV no mo meye moa. No woman be put to clarity to in some way. Yet the abom question say and the we don't know. But say and the crow say and the crow, we want them to come and then put clarity. Now then, as some of the tools were near their tools say change na 1 hour here. The one year now the bebano and a bit me I may use as some in the and that's end of story. And that's exactly what Mami Dukua has done. Watch near the abre say. Asem na enye nekure enye nekura yensu ye kira obebi yensu ye free ba na emum men create impression wo ho se jama wodi bibi bre kweku ana si wedwane o so waye den me nam te amekasa. And then almost within what time it's as if say jama see spread na me we asa wo tra me shame say you want me to become more pop say how asem bi wom na dey atos na enye sa na ti a you have say and people who know what this program will stands for. Obia yebeka nwasem biara no. Before or during or after no, I will tell you say the doors of the front line are open. You can come. Branebe you also there no. Me we are saying we say asam no also version ye case closed. Tonight, may I say we have a letter from Nanama Dokua AJ, former MP for Akuffo North, former Deputy Minister of Trade, denying all allegations leveled against her by her detractors. And by extension, she says, the Frontline show had also embarrassed her, put her in a bad reputation in the mud. And say, yes, I public. So Ababe did my tembe. What is I responding to her? Meaning what daje. Me yes, I know, na my enriching his CV. If I respond to that woman, I will enrich her CV. Therefore, it's been how many days, weeks? In Kasano, me know obedi my time 100 million times. Me need time on home. The most fundamental thing was to protect life and property because Abraham many cars it was within saying 24-48 hours in a nipa call. My many fee a fat and sembi any so and the dahoye because all over people believe that. One more issue threats na sifo ina. Some of these people are doing it in your name. And can we say when I was small more and I know when I was small more and no as long as we could have you or we can have you to respond to the issues, say no, we a bad time. I stated on Wednesday, say, or husband or a minia. And by extension, I cannot see myself as a on that path to come and destroy your image. For what? And the woman who call fresh from me now, no mudi in common as if we know. I mean, person me bomudi. They know, say no, kweku. I won't do that. Rather, we are to help to bring clarity to the issues. Say ni pebi na AU su din edi yesao say me I don't know. But then the opportunity for you to sanitize the system, which you refuse to do that. But we will not do anything bad against you. And I make a choice. Before our publication, there is something already out there in the public domain. And are you aware of it? Is it true? And the cre so say when you be a dinkomo, as Abrantiano, so record you say no we are well, so no we are well. Blogger be so kofa, sa recording and no debate now. Mudin komo about the nakedness of the lady in question. Are you aware of that? Folks, the person may set the record be clearer. Now, maami who say ya metra ha se yedi agro and ye bedi ne ho fel. Ye ni but then in ye may be good super highway in so that we know nothing about it, but it is there. Ye making all these allegations against you, not the front line. Folks, take a listen to this. These allegations against Mami Dokua. Take a listen.
Okay, and I will send the bread. I will know that same no.
Eye adwuma hyehye enti ameka say adwuma hyehye enti o omo send command no o say any 5 minutes mpo ana obi a ono nim no Abigail no enso nim no efre ne say Mami Dokua setena di watema men so ne so ana o say aden o say tena niema bi any audio su bi a Oma sende Abraham no adwuma hyehye tie oma manipa foforo afre no oma tio omo sende kogu ni phone so no ena oma manipa foforo ono nim no Abigail no so nim no efre no ena o se Mami Dokua tena di watema men so ne so ena o se aden o se eniema bi a oma sende abegu mi phone so no wahu Echuma mind brain omo yusu omo adwen omo be gu animase because of their selfish interest omo be ya jena enti aka sa tena mepa chow abra wan kasa unim se unifie ewokumase dientia moda da tena so nkopa ma me ne chow e na so yi ni mu nyina e na oye da okopa ma me ne chow inti no na no tena no ni timu no onim se waye free ewofie ho Nitimu no onimse eye maame no fie intino wakopa maame ne chewa bibia ayeda akoda intino na nitimu free but no onimse Abigail no oni maame no ahihye so on video no naked no fan send no eda bonten eye audio de meka bia obi antim ya mehwe because eda bonten audios e wo me phone so oh yes de meka bia eda bonten dada audios ewo mi phone so intino Ghana police asamo no Mami Dokua ena etwa no edi kankogu ni phone so owo America kura mu betimi a invite no tena twa no omu video no omam franco franco sende agrada mama part tena twa no omu video ye no omam franco sende owusu bempa tena channel omu video ye no oma fa koma obia nipa e call ni phone so first ena ye Mami Dokua.
Great. Afimahu ama Nsembi, these allegations are all there. Our information super high when so me pe majority we are now. If you listen to this, ama enemy bisa o say audio no a no mo bo link nim no audio wo ana enya wo. That question is for you to answer or you can leave it. So the gentleman is playing an audio, sa audio no, or making it known to whoever is listening to him say wo ena oni obi kasa ena my do omobon. Therefore they are telling you say around nakedness no, what they are accusing you say oh na eba first. But again, may I say again, is it true say Amadoku ho na eba ya na ana anya no ho na eba ya enya me na meka sa ansem no. Folks, I'm going to tell something. Nefi Ama Dokua wankasa the onus is on you, so we make you case, you know, whichever way you want to make it. Secondly, the lady Abigail, who recorded the lady's nakedness, is also accusing Ama Dokua that she sent the naked recordings to other persons. Nekwekwana na eka o tieni Erana your friend Abigail na oye wa Ama Dokua wadamfo no. And also, she's making it now clear that recording or the braille, whether the bro one family, for me, the onus is on you, say, catch the reactions at one family. But the lady is telling, the Irano is making it known now that on recording the bro. How did the Frontline get to know, say, or the bro will, so one family will, and you want to prove or you don't want to prove, is within the purview of Abigail. But again, may I say, we've intercepted a lot of, and you might intercept no, me kweku, I mean to me carry. But tonight, for the purpose of say, you be putting maybe the clarity, no. Let's listen to Abigail, no. Only a runny a friend no, and common a course, no. Who took that recording the naked video and I said the nude pictures, no. Ne himfa and Abigail no saw the nude pictures, no. They call it. Take a listen to this.
Na me boa be ma me popo wani ngume so
na bigel wo na me video wa deja o de be che me
ma stress ya be si
it where you stress for video ma deja so ko mo bi enya wana so de mama me do ku ape
no say abi
o di mo bi foforo me be bisa question o di mo bi foforo
ma fa mo bia
o di audio ni se ni obi foforo
ono pe me bai na
ma me do ku ape na de ma
no enti
na ma wo ni neti abigel che wo ni neti abigel ho ye me nwa Oni mi edi nkoma ba me godmother. Wo wetu mi fu say wono sabe so hu ye. Na chu asem atu because sabe say unpe ma atu mi fo. E na wo to mi fo. Iti de na afa mechi. Ekọ so ye. O de na wo fa mechi. Ekọ friend. Na sa go recording no.
Onto wo fo.
Iti de na go recording.
Nipa na osman.
No bi ase me hwe mo ye o de to mi fo. Obi out the fa de say you nipa boni ni.
You know at the end of the day no. I will play you the recordings or not.
Recording so recording we no the chai o de come mama mi doku
aso say and I trusted her say majime ma bi say na wojo him aja pidi a ni suban bo say what that's why I trusted her. So do you know say you me catch say me ko ba me no ba dey me no be din komo
me de me catch say girl na asem no menti asem because me go ji obi esika no na so kwa aba me e din komo
ade ansa so mama fe de aba enti wo mpo no Ubabum se mini paboni ni.
Ada madeje bie na wona we video me a.
Maji watching but me the plans I had in my head, you know. And consider this ma me na betray me big time.
Inti den kwa na abi kesa bi akoso allegation video wa deja me dwaye. Me di na tell my life so nya wo be kum. Ade na ade sa ade.
Me na me say man shed that it was a mistake.
Because obi kwa sie bia ye obi panyo. Ma me bufu ye.
Ko what's adventure wa de.
Me kwa WhatsApp bia.
Later on, my minister forward the man and said, I didn't.
Wash.
Many a man also.
In our video, I didn't
think that the woman would do that.
Now, I didn't know video, my deja.
And then why am
I also ya confess to catch him say screen recording. Me boy.
Me say, I have it.
What's the mammy on it? What's the mammy do kua? Me the children catch him say, Mammy do cost screen recording. And I say, this is no screen because a screen recording, you only in a casa. Anka. Me sorry, me who say oh any me dey.
Mr. Omaso wona. Ya ka say ya ka be ka ma de achi. Pana choma me be wo say won fan chame a.
Mama,
on fan chame a. Me nim asem bi a me de. Me ka ta ho bi.
E be say me bisa me nuan say. Nti so ogina wo sabe. Owo no hu de bi akere me. Na me video wa de je pie be ye wo de. Social media so ina na de me akoto no.
Mama say asem asini akoka kire obi. Me nim asem kire kire.
According to me godmother no so be kire nsem na de cho not in baby.
Me be cheche nsem na che.
Also not in the baby.
So you no be do fun so.
Not in the baby.
Mama.
Great. Folks, allegations are kesiwe. Ena Nana Madokua, yeah, at you. Again, be very measured and be mindful and let your lawyers talk to you. This is a broadcasting organization. Okay? We broadcast news. Now, we've intercepted all of in your Messi. I don't want to speak much, but I've also told those of Nkrofu who made in Komase they should talk to you. And like I said earlier, me and na me so say o political career ebeko bad. But I can only also advise you, say, be measured in what you are doing out there. 1. 2, say many wonswa, whether or not, if there is anything such as this, I would do more. Say yeah, a groovy sir and you pull out. And sanitize yourself and live your life clean, devoid of all of this. Because there are lots of people are One also use din all out there information superhighway so as to whether say unimomo, but they are doing this in your name. Amudidi magro. Agrobia mudidi di mo mano mo yam ho. I am not part of it and I don't want to be part of it. But then on the Wednesday, Ade Ebeye was to save life. And for me, I think we've succeeded in saving that life. Hence, going, my mechanic said, you claim, says our police have not called you. Well, the American said, through this medium, may come we actual, and I want the world to know, said the police will call you. Ama, I am saying, said the police will call you. Because the investigations are still ongoing, and the Frontline is monitoring the investigations very close. As I'm it's in the hands of the law enforcement agency. You and I, we are not above the law enforcement. We are not above the constitution and the laws of Ghana. So we all have to cooperate and ensure, say, law, it will be better woman, just go and speak to the police, and the case goes the final. And you mean when you have breme so when you have breme so say no, please don't divert issues. Because me jine fidie so na ma ka kire say any move bi a obeye we ko enko yi sa so bi ka kire so wojije utata do kwa anoma akro ma eye be na we bu kire say anoma akro me bu sa be na bebre mu nte ase. But you see, the household of the bed, the nest, is a small household, but odudru wa ono pe na kom wonu ntimi nkom na waka washim me mpese e be ko baby a ho airtro. I really don't want to go into certain directions because enipa na no mo kasa na mo so mo ne me akasa. In fact, enya o paper na o de buy say wonye hwe na say asem minim say ntia say mbeka ho asem. Because esem koka ho asem o baabi. Bidi mmemu bi. Na wankasa dia wo ye biara se wo ye ne papa mo se wo ye ne den o wo asem. Mini ho asem ye, mini ho asem ka. Ya wo face ya ye wa enye na wo si enye no eno na nema be ka ho asema che say take our apology ye no ni asem wo, but at the end of the day ye nso ye mese wo credibility for anything. No, and I mean kopese wo so be nam abonten ho sebe no we create impression say yen we are running away from this from that minima de kwa be makwa na ma run me first ma menka we quickly to end this case. Me very in my journalistic career, how many years down the line, my first time I stepped in the forecourt of the court was a case between myself and the former Inspector General of Police, Dr. Y. Asantia P2. Konako find the record. Konako pick the docket. Kwekwana versus Asantia P2. Ko find the end of that case. Men come to me home. But David Asantia P2 nankasano said would Janini Nemumrika from the court. And the judge nearly cited them for contempt. Why? Don't you try, say, only journalists, ebe tangent to be say, especially an investigative journalist for some of us, because ammunition here, I can only keep quiet and I'll join you there if you want to take that path, and I'll come there with full force and full measure because I can never be scared. Courthouse there be yen na ye digana mraso. Enti digana mraso na police from me say one be frɛ wo so mo frɛ fine they will call you wo mo frɛ wa eno an say obey sutie na wakɔ sabi previous hey obi afifie mo nya sabi ye papa no mu din e da hɔ ne ye say no chale unko obi efom wo fi say unko wo fom on no bae. No, let's all respect the rules and the dictate of the law. If we are so who deep here ye kujaw na bofranso pa de kokonso ahwa ye de damnam na kire no. I don't want to get cross. No, please, respectfully. I mean quote to me ni akwa amena. With respect pa patrol inu ni asem. And don't go and create impression to people say I'm a bad person. I will say this finally, say my doors are still open. O person obetra ha na o me wiase na hu asem ni tine na bia, so my doors are open. And that's all I will say. A lot that we have, I don't need it for anything. I am not ready to press buttons. But our integrity and our life must be protected. Say, wa so be hwe one measure uni maybe. There are lots of people out there. Na me, when we come and you need to say, me be someone say, a former member of parliament, a deputy minister, information superhighway then, but kwahwe nyoma in someone nipa air kan wo ho, any nyoma air kwaso no ne kwasem ne air tan yi. And I ask myself, why? Wudimu no mo yes anyoma yi, ana wonka se wonim hu bi, which one is which? And come Abigail Odie, Abigail Abodi, and crying, but then a lot of evidence akobe bibibria. You are not aware that they pulled all of this because you are also talking. A whole and a forensics baby, a whole and acoustic experts baby. No baby denies the way your media, near Shadia. They do be see one. Folks, still on the politics of today. The group chairman of Zira Group of Companies and as well chairman for the CMG Media, Alhaji Seydou Agongo, asserted the principles of legacy for family and nation. Ora Seydou Agongo, no one no chairman. Emma Zira Group. Oh, okay, we'll skip that one. But tonight, we didn't come obi na sa nkomo no ya me adoma me ba be ka ho asem. There is something we need to do. No, sir. Legacy ebi na asema ye kan o. You see, we be someone say legacy ben ena daache o ma e ba beto say we ye simesi ana we ye wan. What is the legacy? Legacy ben ena wuja. That is what we should be thinking about. Say your legacy na ye jano. Your legacy a obi beka say oh ye de papa ana ya nya de papa because ade bia ye especially ye no mo about time no see a transidin ni hu say enioma we a ye no dache e won sunsan so say e wo how say e de maye and saying how are we being measured in our lifestyle and then as I say ye concern to us na say uye nipa na wo ho na enieme bi enhyada enye concern ma wa na ese hu say no eyade a enye den entwa yie kwa folks as our video no mebo de amamo as far as legacy is concerned. Now say the Agongo again spoke on the nation kwanya on mine so SSC to me ja legacy e de man chirima for. I'll come and play that video shortly, but tonight let's pause and also view a brief history of the new Inspector General of Police, COP Christian Tete Yehono, how he began his police career. And for the avoidance of those Munim Christian Tete Yehono, yen share a brief history of Christian Tete Yehono, how he began his police career. Take a listen to this.
Good morning. Especially for the Christmas break format. Made up of 500 SOM men. 50 officers. Run for 500 solution. Already for your briefing and
the making of the man.
Right. Stand up. Ice.
This is a story of greatness, a story of dedication. This is the man, COP Christian Tete Yehono. It all began over 37 years ago when a passionate young man found his purpose to serve his country, Ghana. In policing, he saw a dream. COP Christian Tete Yehono was from the get-go committed to living a life of service, to contribute to safeguarding life and property. And so when he had the opportunity to enlist in the police service and eventually passed out in 1986, he knew that was the beginning of a long life course he needed to protect. It was no surprise he passed out as the best recruit. COP Christian Tete Yehono was posted to the National Police Headquarters in Accra, where he served for 4 years before enrolling in the Police Academy in 1991 as an under cadet. His service life was about to take a course of its own after he passed out in 1992 as Assistant Superintendent of Police.
I was able to move very fast to become a senior police officer. I was working with the finance unit
in the Ashanti regional capital, Kumasi, for 8 months. From this point, he knew his burgeoning career was taking shape, and as a determined young officer he was, he needed to stand for something. In the 10 months he spent at the Keta Division, COP Yohuno discharged his finance duties to the best of his abilities. He also had to experience Chebi for 10 months in the same capacity, and like the journeyman COP Tete Yohuno, carried all the experiences along with him to the Upper West Regional Capital Wa between March 1994 and September 1998 as Regional Director of Finance.
Then I went to my first peacekeeping 1998 to 99, and I rose up to be a commander for the UN at the district Deventer.
His services were required back in the Volta region not long after. He took up the responsibility as finance director. Within this period, he was required back on peacekeeping duties, this time in East Timor from 2003 up.
Great. So, Pape Ayora, COP Christian Tete Yohoni, one portion of the life rising through the ranks to become what he is today is what you are watching. He continued from another point. And what exactly did he excel, or how did he excel from that point all the way until today? Take a listen to this.
2003 up until 2005. Of course, his passion for excellence will begin to shine bright.
And over there too, I rose up to a command position at Los Palos district. Being a commander and the first to introduce station direct to the UN, I realized that being in the finance unit was more or less like a waste of time, because it looks as if my potential is more at the general side of the policing. So when I came back, I informed the IGP then that all these missions, first mission I went, I became a commander, and then the second one too, I became a commander. So this time, I would like to move out from the finance section and join the mainstream policing.
The soft-spoken Christian Tete Yohuno tours out of a cash office he had occupied for many years in the various places, and with boots on the ground, coordinate all the administrative and operational functions of the municipality.
I had to work with the regional commander who was Mr. Parado. He accepted me, and I became like his operational commander. Apart from being the municipal commander for Sunyani, almost all operational work in the region, he tasked me to do that. One of the famous duties were the Isoko We Empire, and then I was able to help to bust a lot of robberies in that area.
That would mark the beginning of many great feats ahead to come.
So I moved to Sredo to be the divisional commander, just about 3 months. Then Parado was transferred to Accra region as the regional commander. So he told the IGP then, Mr. P.K. Achampon, that he couldn't have done the work alone without such a talent of officer he met in Sunyani. So he wanted me to come and assist him to be his regional operational commander. And then I embraced the challenge. The little knowledge I have, gathering experience, eventually I became very helpful in helping to the extent that when he was even transferred to go to Kumasi to be the regional, he wanted to go with me. And then the IGP said, no, the man you brought from the village, we have seen that there's a talent in him, we can use him in Accra.
He will be the first to tell you that aspect of policing was fulfilling.
I was outside the country when Mr. Porterape became the IGP. Immediately then he said I should be the deputy regional commander, whilst Madam Roseby Atinga was made the regional commander. And I went to the IGP and said, why me? When there were more others who could have done, he said, yes, there has been a lot of robberies in the system, and so I have confidence that you can help to fight the robberies in Accra. So we started, and the robberies were very high, 40, 15, 16, 18 robberies a day. Sometimes we work and work and work, And then there was no antidote. The IGP will call me for 10 o'clock and say, you know, the robberies are still going on. I said, Master, look at my eyes, I don't sleep. But I hope that with God, we will find a solution to the robbery situation. At that time, we don't have even enough vehicles, but I managed to gather some few personnel, about 12, and then I used them to form a special operational and intelligence gathering to enable us to work to fight the robberies.
Of course, he carried his men along every step of the way during his service as deputy commander to the famous COP Rose Bio Atinga. And so it was no surprise in April 2013 when he was made the substantive regional commander of Accra.
Great, folks. So this is a brief history of COP Christian Tete Yohono. For want of time, but maybe another day. Now, as earlier I pointed out, yes, the group chairman, Emma Zira. Yes, and then also is the chairman of the CMG, right? Idrumakowi. This is a multimedia television way, radio stations, all over across regions. Nina, Ekahon, and CMG. Yes. Ora Sedu Agongo is talking about the principles of legacy, which is very, very thought-provoking. The legacy for family, legacy for a nation. Saying, and I wonder what ewa bebre na ya na ya adwen yes oh said ya bra boni si ko enti no chale me pese me man be sofa enti ne ye niam bebre na sa legacy na obegya no na amwa wo ba. By extension, legacy ben ene ye be sumo man so a ye jade to ho ma etimi ma man ekwa animo. On this principle called thought provoking is what Sedu Agongo is talking about. And I really, yeah, na me the sense one can't jam me woman no what can baby no microphone and battery tea and then make a sense of it. Tea, so some way and see where as a family, as a nation, where must we decipher legacies for ourselves and the nation. Take a listen to him.
I think most parents they easily give up. But as a father, I think most parents are not strong. But as a father, I'm a principled person. I'm training my child to one day take over from me. You can't train the child by pampering the child. You let him understand the difficulty. And once there's difficulties, you think of also issues. But I realize that some of the parents, because we think, okay, so why don't I allow the kids? But don't forget the fact the kid or your daughter or your son is in competition with himself. When I say competition, to the decisions that he takes. So I think we as parents, if we really want to live whatever we want to live for our kids, we have to be very, very strong and be able to let the kids know this is right, this is right, this is wrong. If we are not ready to give open check to our kids that, okay, because you are my daughter's son, you can do whatever you want. Trust me, you will not go anywhere. It doesn't work. If you come to places like the Japan, they still maintain their culture. Ghana here, now like America. Yes, we've thrown everything away, everything, and we are just using social media to guide ourselves. So I think we have to be very strong and we have to be disciplined to know, because look at it now. I'll prefer my kid how to go into farming than to speak English. The benefit of English, can you tell me? That is different from chi. What's the difference? Because English is communication, and communicating is creating a common understanding between two. God does the same thing. So, can you imagine a country English is compulsory? Agree, the food we eat is. That is the country that we live in. Can this country grow if we are not strong? We are not strong and come. So, personally, that's what I think. All that I've said here, that's my personal opinion.
Folks, these are some of the legacies. Thought-provoking as some of the other one. All of us, we are guilty. How do we leave legacies for our children? Quite ben so, and yes, say, on my dear, baby, this is America, the global south. A Numa Cassiani Nara, our major to honor, a random ho, ne barbe twasso, no a bet twasso, ne echo. At what time do we see the need? Say no. And yes, our time we need the obey no. Any drum bet to us one end to us depending on how you are culturing that child. Folks, Mummy and Fanny, we've been to baby home. This is a very thought-provoking. We need to understand, and as a nation, how do we build our legacy of today, tomorrow? And when we say Friday, namine lawyer not yedi nkomono. Assembly ani ye kanampo ye say our heroes and heroines. How do we honor them? Nankante mumudimpo ya kaka near their to national edifice. So, folks, make a short break me bar. My guest, Alex Kwekutet, of course, CEO, Cytex Security. I obey joining me. All about the life and times of the former Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Akuffo Dampare. Exclusive is coming. The Frontline show on a short break. I'll be back.
Hello, welcome. Thank you. Sure. I'm interested in buying a plot of land. Seeing your ads online, decided to pass by and come check it out myself. Doing business without seeing real offices these days is kind of really stressful.
What is your budget range?
Spending about 50 to 70,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow. Luckily, we have a plot of land here going within that range. Actually, at Dentra.
Oh, great. And how's the payment plan?
We have an initial deposit of 20%, outright payments, 3 months payment, 6 months payment, and 9 months payments. With the outright and 3 months, we give you 1 triple stone and 1 triple sand.
Oh, wow, interesting. Sure. And I think I'll go for the 3 months payment. When can I go view the site?
Every Saturday, 10 a.m. is site viewing.
Then I think we are good to go.
That's fine.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Nice doing business with
you. Nice doing business. Thank you.
Find your dream property with Aura Blackstar Limited. Visit us today and let our expert team guide you home.
You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555. Our website at www.aurablackstarlimited.com. Aura Blackstar, your preference, our priority.
A lot of things going on behind scenes. Of course, welcome back to Ghana Speaks Extension. And of course, in this edition, we throw the spotlight on the life and times of Ghana's former Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Akuffo Dampare. Folks, Yebedin Komopa, my guest, Alex Kwekutet. Yebetun Semego. Niama Kosona, Anuadin, Papa. Kwaku.
Mira.
Mami blow.
With
very same view. Now, enipa ye crusade here for say Dampare yen yin free so no. One on why commander na odi edom na ye nim. Na ene ye bedi nkomo pa. Kwaku.
Yeah.
What is say Dampare na eno ano no. Ne braso say yeso onko. Sabri oko. What news net was saying?
Many just said many say no. Na no the day na ye no. Say me din kan ye video and the beto ho say a week me the day ni to ho.
Yeah.
No masan ade ne da ho.
Oh okay.
Inti nkofo a e ba me platform say o ka say be Dampare na ade ne ye na msu eye me nwanwa. Day na say so mu yinu no mu anyi no. Eye me nwanwa but minim so mu yi no. Because he didn't can't quite chiniji or baby. Penny be fee na back say, oh, Omuko chief of staff for Juris the Brahona was a Juris the Brasse na Dampare, oh, yeah, Omubina Nana Juris say, now on away you must say, ya, on our government in way you must say, ya, and Kaubi Namse, Massa, my men can't show. Said Dampare, ne mame, ne papa ne yamo, a friend, President Mahama Kura, you know. I'm telling you.
I see.
Na me nwa say o ma share na chiri kujina parliament no. Ade na omo so omo na share chiri.
Oh, abra committee in front of parliament.
Me see.
Oni Alex
Oni COP Alex Mensa. Say me there me ya nam the rundown ni nyina ma Alex Mensa.
Alex Mensa, there was another one.
Na one superintendent Asari. Na back yeah. Na Dampare de nyame e wo tua ne ka na nyame tua ne ka o. I'm telling you.
That's a hard word.
Say me ka kire mo obi be ka kire say me mini ni chen obi a ukroma Dampare. I'm telling you. Na sene na we kra mama kra no wache. Because say ade ne freko for at time e no mo start say odi we no omo de court omo sheda de we for can
what say imani mo kokos is here
o ma ehechiri no Dampare mpanifo na etu na futubone no se Dampare be ma slot a agire wo san ni mo obi nipa ni tini fie so wo be ko cadet friends wo be ko omo friends
what do you training school no
se wo benya saa we ni bi kura na amfa papa ni so a ye ma me so inti debi anase ni papa oh debi oh papa na ma yen wo ma yen ko na police fon we papa ya appointed ni we nya slot ba kumpu o ma mani
COP tete yon
me na me ka kire na so no de onu minim na chewo onu ni papa na de no be post na papa de no be post no da ye man ye onya ASP ko chi ade papa na papa da so inspector ye man papa so original ho so on sarutu no COP no I'm telling you the papa is a police officer.
Yeah.
Na Dampare de the unyame tue ni pan kantem dia isakura because I'm telling you say boni an wadi wo kroma no me ka me bia se wo nku nipa be kuno because ye ni sisi a won she uniform no ye ni be twe ne te say I'm telling you this guy
a match petition kese pa
security yeah
makamo petition emu very very scary
and now who is there
emu scary na me ka no
esa say kwan bia so na say ye chi no because Dampare anka so ye kronfo because the age
allege.
No, it's not alleged. Oh, for you age the ma publica. Now for you age the ma police administration. The whole entire police Dampare me bisa BNI for wukruma say mo BNI for no. Say me kra me security company. Unim so mo ko mikromo. Na me mining company bi. Me wana me ma me yam sisi ne ma me frɛ me. Say Akuffo bi aba ho na then am say mo ne om kasa na say BNI for wa chance district no. Penny no omo kohwe background Dampare ne maame ewo no yanwo obi anka Dampare ho mantimi anko check e hunu se Dampare ye wo no wa ha date ye wo no hospital ha that say ne wo no no watimi afoje so 55 wo 63 years
and room be buy am for sure craft be PS ni age no
me see wo 63 years Dampare wo 60 enu nko se so mo prosecute yes eso mo na oyi ni cha wu se ne ya ne we ne da we wi ni ye no da yewra friends ye bo aba na a friend say President Mama Yini. Me cry ade chen say me a video. E pa bontin. Say Mama nim na one pointed damper wey tete no hunu. Na say ne tete no hunu di ne kure ama Ghana police. Any your friend say MDC. E wo krom ha no me demand pa fofra. No me ye nipa tu na omo pray. Na kwa ina machiri hu say yes na osama omode na Akuffo at time na omode ade no Supreme Court so mo ko try am na hwe so mo ba na advisor because or need judgment san the information na am de ma judgment san mistake kitu e bi na judgment san ye ya judgment san ko po obi akohu na wo se former chairman na chairman for mo te so kura Akuffo ado de omo ye dey former chairman wo mra yankasa na ye penetrate bie door no ma ukohia oluma anu 2 times nka mekasa 3 kura ama nipa ye secretary ayi nyina ye kwa ye cheska ni di wo a friend say afrikiko ma men kan say
enu no hia ye
modu
but yet ye pese hu say parliament wo no sasum na call committee na enim no na ne kura wo mu pa
ho me see the damn policy ho man blackboard 75 questions we okay be can say me see the damn policy ho no ma do te say ne nkwala ko school e blackboard e si wo me na me catch ho no damn party what fear o ye no craft phone say ne me can ye no
dey na mo de be si ho na why na dey
ade na oh
because you nim na ne lawyer ye Kwame Jan
eni me dey minim but me say eni minim me dey me mo Kwame Jan me say omo di next what omo che na dey te say dey next me say omo che na dey te say dey next ni Sadia ne ba ya no free no see beginning
no question na ye kire na de no
me na me catch no me can sometime me den me twento omo nka se onim okwa ombebusa say okwa ombebusa say me catch judgment say okwa committee na ombusa na sema onyia no na me say papa na unim questions do nko for at parliament attach na ye we u betimi en saba on be kan ti lawyers mienu no fa omo na me catch en say papa lawyers we omo mfin susa just say na ade na ye me ya ma because ade na be wo wani no me hu so what I say on so be pani bia obi ti say bi ye tu say so what I say me adom ye bia ye nya na nim fever nti just say the crew bia ma no akodi minim ni pakro dada no mko hu we na okwabrane so share da hye adwuma na national security for ye om we nyina wie ye om de beko no na o ka se omhunahuna national security minister Kandapa wa Akuffo pe ne hunahuna no say wo de sa Dampare report ne ba ene wo nso kwan afa so akwọwrọwrọ ho e kire ba na tese ene na wo no ye nkra de ho man ni nyina no ye security ye dey ye ni se wo watimi awrọ ho wo video ache ene om de hunahuna national security minister
so semetwase na tese sa report na na free committee wo ba no ye report na be indict e Dampare no
yeah me se wo mo de agents who ato national security minister o tenda me so metenda we so what I say ntina ma fear abem na MPP4 because ye call assign off no ye da ho 2 o'clock me da Kennedy fie ho ye da ho we buy Kandapa mo buy na obetuye oluma betuye fie ho na o de ho ma Kandapa mo anadwo 2 o'clock no say the police car afa NDC fo ni bia ye de omo NDC che boys no egu police pick up e na omo che niema anadwo 2 o'clock and I'm in Ken we no the driver 2 car pick up when you intimacy nyina odine nyina me buy ya na me de ho letters bread party letters akogina secretary ne party chairman omo fi ba kokura be kai to aba ne wie kura ne mimi hu nyina be di nyina president pe na respond to my letter sa de na amaka no say na me hu say week o respond ben people told it be omo fi da nim sa agina secretary ne chairman be bi onkofo omo free om de ombai sa kofo
asana is scary now kweku mayemra the course or appointments committee and Sunday Beba judicial killings.
May see
the appointment committee hono. The aye nimni say efi bugri na abu ena ono gangaria record no koko koswa na ebe ne say yemfa mbeti Dampare nenim say nipa bi airplot na omu de egu nenim as but eventually be pm say no Dampare na nkasa no small no anemra ntini bi mo de record omu invite some no committee no who say this was a plot na see to me e pass asem no near done the day.
It was like to me near grow.
It was like confusion between the chairman and the members of the
That's it. Dampare no why circle bi e net no wa captain Akuffo bi de o mawura net nim. Ne bi na make catch say ye bema police lot no what ni nyina ne ba o testament obi e na nipa no e na de man Akuffo police lot no na de na mi bu sa ade na nei sisi no ye wie ya Dampare mi yi na ade na mo force na mo ko Supreme Court no so nkwa na waben enti mo ko Supreme Court na mo kwa Dampare mezi o se obi entimi yi Dampare da namse obi a Ghana constitution no ya man mbra no ye di tumi be ye over 75% asheninsa wo se won timi yi no we yi no nti o pa go to hell ye yi no Dampare on ojina ho no we 63 years.
But according to the age of the man says 55.
Say young chino, we were a crumb for a some chino.
For now, let's put this an allegation.
Allegation, I'm saying BNI for no more yet there. You mind Jumano? This BNI director we may trust no. Is or being papa. On this aquana,
yes, sure. Yes, sure.
So the only man.
Yes, sure. Now, make us say, young go into details kakra about the age now. Dear Hwehwem na momo agents no moye fa Dampare and any age no.
Gogo. Mama nka to me wada.
Papa, I know.
Yeah, no mama send him out.
Yeah, mu adwuma. Yeah.
Unso enyo ho. Ono chese sani otimi di Akuffo achi no. Ni di nachi o chese ono ankasa onim na ne Akuffo ni nsu nim. Omo nim se menya da no. Nte bi o ha ni afaya so a na chese. Menya da no ba. He's a bad man. Na MPP for no to amfo mu nti o kam bia o me chinchina etwan before ye chinchina etwan na Dampare abezi na mamu nim se obi a wo ne wunua enka police administration no wo ne wunua ko contact na wawi ni no na wo ne wo abom problem bi no ne nipa ne kope MP NDC obi free NDC oye police ni a okope MP obi anya wi oni nanya ade ne dia akonya to a munyina moye de hweba omia ne Kennedy die ye wie na tese wokono mo ti wo didi sere a na tese wo na odi akire ko na tese na de nsem hu na eze yedi na wetimi amasika Akuffo sika eno makoda ye friend say ekuro ni so ebekwai emomu eche sika sanye be ya momo nto aba ne ma na baby o mo sese adwuma ni nyina so minim baby o mo sese adwuma na otai na chi ye say obi entimi nyiw nti ya ye din ka contest Supreme Court ye de ko obi entimi nyiw na me hwe
entina se nipa bi bo
ne ti dom mo mpanifo a sese na me say se cadet ne kura no wo be kwa wo sene ni nyina de mo obi ho no mo koje no amanfo me na me ka kire wo ho Dampare say useless person we MPP for ntimi ehun se de bi eja na eba wo mankasa wo bi a wono no wodi machi saa ye adwuma munim se we di wo ya santini pi ni nuampo aba be ye friend se deputy wan jo wise ni nyina no na wasan so akokoantia obi a ono nso kura PhD o san so ye friend se chartered accountant oba MPP ma mo na mo se mo pakrache fo na Dampare atimi asan trace kama Akuffo akodi newu that money you wouldn't know. I'm telling you, I did Baku, Dampare. Trust me. Seriously. Now, on a beer, your link of firm, Menyashos are job the initial demo campuno.
Now, Matt is a former police in Perifor, IGP in Sienamina, or Chichomo at a point.
Watch a President Akuffo Neba, any Nikuno. Watch us and Subachi. Watch nana or hene ba kwa no or na or kana na do security ne hono e pani event say or hene no yeah
or hene no
me yeah titia no ochi wo no na we wonim se hu awadi pp4 che se tintitintin chinchina etwan me nti ase minim ba bi o mosu asade ne free afi ese magimoni so me ankasa me ona bokan we de bia me bone sobo me kotena nanim 3 times na me ne kan Dampare asem se papa enyo ma mi hu no Dampare enyo one ne campaign na ne buafu 3 times na mu say and say because I say oh good mood ye kan onum so ja fon so de nu te say ni wadwa kura I'm saying okay so free baby free Dampare Can you say Yamina Chole?
I feel Yamra ne say a rumor, say a rumor, say extrajudicial killings, nipa. You kumbe bre no me ade
ade. Me the photo see ni na ma. Me the recording e ka ho, me the petition. Dampare ma ye kokun nipa, me the police ni a odi anim ye kwachi nipa free nipa dem. Me ye kunu. Me the ni nyina ma. Nti eso no say wo kasa me bo me. Me the evidence a, bibi am ba be kan bi am the evidence a. Tachi.
Now, me pese ye hwe
o ba fan kura Dampare ama ye kokun. Ba fan ye o ye informant man police o. Ye kunu ye wie ye no, ne wasan so police ni okun no, ade che no mabo na ba so. Onya ka se makokun kofo no mama ekun mu no no abona baso wa man superintendent
ya obtain
dem bi na baso
some videos may be very very horrible but no there be kwaku TV yan show ni o masa
any TV is where they
where they tenure na ye be pictures bi na may I say viewers exercise some discretion wa but for the purposes of say assembly mu nchiem ni ebinya ni yie no Papa, not just a wushima, or dear, back me petition, me pictures be good, none of with the home and come. Just we share some of the Nipani be or Modahwa information, it just or ye full and impeding phobi.
Full and nimi, or henny, penny, your back only to me free to
now. MC, I'm more interested in our pictures. Now, if you quick, we need home come quick. Then we make a move on other things. Can we have those pictures? Very gruesome though. Yeah. So currently, Osha screen is what Nipa da Senina or Dahwa. Ya boni too.
Na sisi no mibusa say police administration, you know. Say any young soldier aban ni mai. Any na soldier for net wo ye dey. Because yes civilian government here democracy. Na democracy na police vote mi kochi nipa. E boni tuo kun wo yi wo mu frika mu e kun wo ma. Na efe mu kasa Rollins there na oye no. Na eno ye dey. Si e kun nipa life. Na Dampare e ba se motumi kun wo dey a wo san promote san kofo na PID for no.
Yeah.
Me set to no say PID for no dey more man dey kranchi. Amo man say ogu PID ni nene china kra.
Yeah.
So man who say be Dampare. Ye to aba ni wie na no. Ye to aba ni wie enya be we ne sesa enya be 1 week kra. 6 ni boys ni 6. Omo huri me wo ba me fie. Omo huri me wo ba me fie. Esa ba me bedroom. Na say ansa na wo be ko hodin fo fie no. Agire o chekere no. Na omo ba nyina na me hwe omo. Afi omo say wo no wadum light no so ma husema so light timi hu na mdum light na mje na mehwe mo wi no nim
really
yeah and I jodi mini omo nyina ko akra wagin ene afi no omo say wo bi ka bi mato na mse nipa no me se wo mfa ka papers ne mra na me yi ska ne nyina 1.2 million de to ho fa ka paper ne mra eno ho no ko fa ne no ka ho asem ye be chi obi anajo with police there be na me hom no mo ye mesre o yi nko me de sa picture na ba kokko kire ne tete no hun say boy we sa boy we Dampare asele yi no uno o monitor nto hun sam ko a e na ode me de kwaja tete no hun say me mfa ngo kase me mfa bibi mra na manfa me me ko no yete ho office Dampare
folks and some no ebi ehu ye but yen ko ne yen hwe ayi friend say Fulani from so aye press conference bi wo so accuse no wo kwan bi say we kum wo adehye bibre nim ne ade yen hwe say Fulani from so press conference no den and omudi to dwa quickly now let's mbi sa ensem na no take a listen to this one too.
We are here this afternoon. We are gathered here for a press release, and this press release is on wrongly accused robbers of extrajudicial killing by police in the Savannah region. As we are speaking to you right now, you can see we are in the bush. We are in between Bandankwanta and then Tinga, a nearby village called Wasipe. This is where we are right now. And as you can see, we are on the main road. This is not a bush. We earlier on made the police know, or the public know, that what happened here, as reported by the police, was wrong. And we are here to prove the world, not only Ghana, but the world. First of all, we, the Tabita Polaco International and the Council of Fulani Chiefs in Ghana at large, have decided to engage you this afternoon because of the incidents involving summary execution of innocent Fulanis. It is disturbing and mind-boggling that armed police personnel could carry out such dastardly deeds, as we have stated already. The irony of this situation is not lost on us, because if peace officers would rather resort to vigilante style of execution, then there is a disconnect somewhere. Chief Ali is on the mend, but as we have told you earlier, the other two individuals did not make it. He is the only surviving individual among them. We are appealing to the IGP and Regional Police Command to assist us in bringing the perpetrators to book. We are also appealing to the clergy, the chief imam, human rights organizations, as well as civil rights organizations to assist us in getting justice for the slain victims of this act of barbarism. The blood of innocents is crying for justice. What is frightening is that this is the incident we know about. So the lingering question is that, what about the ones we don't know? We must all unsoundly reject these kinds of actions. We live in a society of laws. Laws meant to protect the citizenry, but what it is to become of us when the people charged with enforcement are the ones breaking it. We must resoundingly reject these kinds of actions. As I stated, I will thank you all. I will thank you all for your attention. What happened here, as we all know, as we have said earlier, we have told the general public and we have made the police to know that it is wrong of their cooked report. We are standing here in the middle of the bush with the Fulani community on behalf of all the Fulani chiefs in Ghana, Council of Fulani Chiefs, Ulamas, the Tabit al-Bulaq International Ghana chapter. You can see in my hands 5 AK bullets. There remains 5. These are 5. We came here, we found them on the scene. As you can see, this is 1. There are 3. This is 1. You can see the blood. You can see the next one there. And then you can see the 3rd one over there. This should tell you clearly that these innocent souls were not chased in the bush. These innocent souls were killed right here, as where we are standing. It has nothing to do with other group ambushed them to attack them. Rather, they were put here and they were shot. This is our evidence. We have told the general public and the police that we will prove them that our chief, Ali, who is currently in the hands of the police, has been accused wrongly, and we are not going to let this go. We, the Fulani community, are crime fighters ourselves. We know the unfortunate things happening without the Fulani community, especially when it comes to stereotyping. Let us not sit there and think that the stereotyping against the Fulanis are only meant for the Fulanis. It could be you tomorrow, it could be me. Let us all get up and fight against this. This is the evidence we have. As I'm going to put it on the floor, you can see.
Open it.
This is it.
It's the cartridges from...
These are the cartridges from the guns that the police used. These are the cartridges. These are the cartridges, as you can see. So, these are our evidence. It is very sad. As you can see us here today, we are not happy. We are not happy, and we are not going to let this go. And the only surviving person is our only Fulani chief. If today he wasn't alive, the story would have been different. We, the Fulani community ourselves, are fighting the criminals among the Fulani community. We are very worried about the happenings, especially armed robbery and kidnapping. As good citizens of this country, we make sure that we also fight the criminals among us. And this is what is happening to our people. So for now, I think we are done. I would like to thank all of you. But as I said earlier, the Fulani community in Ghana have sent us to come here and come and have our extra evidence. This is our evidence. You can see 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 places that these people were shot. And we are not going to sit down and let this go for free. It is very sad. It is very. I have my elders here. If they would like to add their voice to what we have said.
All right. Before we go on, this we saw here. We are picking them because we don't want the police to come and say otherwise. And if somebody is being shot on the footpath in the bush, these things wouldn't have been here.
Yes.
So it tells you they were shot and killed here, and then they unplugged these leaves to cover it. When we came, it was covered.
Let's go. Let's go.
So who is going to talk?
Let's do another. Let's honorable come.
Another video. Okay, let me save this one.
Folks, this is very sad. Mokai said sometime be a program be about northern region savannah zone where so and also ye nipa be 3 bi samba kaya nipa ye kwachi nim no no aye former police o Mokai ASP Yaya ni niece miensa ye kwachi omu firi omu bedroom ebo muto kunkumom ne ye de bodies ni agu car mu ne ye de omu back crap Ebra old Tracy Abena say, Wamu Akra, na Sima police catch them and say, oh, they are there, problem be ANC and Wamu, they are in safe hands. Only then for him to be told by now the new Inspector General of Police, COP Tete Yongunu at that time, Ebo na mandia can a chronic chance or sorry say, na dishen you kumwam. Ebina Fulani for a can. Yeshe video being swa, and also be a kum sanko for you know, and also a video no. Very sad indeed. Watch this.
Yeah. But yeah, ewo wasipi kurutia yedio mbebu kuruti ebo muchuno no ehona yedri obe no mensa aba homachi afina ya bidu babia fulani ni no chere na pusi fono dom mbebu kuruti eyi handcuff no bo mu nyina chuno ba ne tosu minu susu ahana ono su bo kuruti ena yebo ni twensa ono so ni die ni ahana ono susu bu kuruti a ma otoa na nanom ewo ensiedo na ono osi no ne wo mfimfini ono ni mujani ne so mu nyina bu nkudugi okwan no ho ena yedi tuo no ebo ekum omu mienu ya ba kwa no mususu se na nyankopon enkum wa sebi enya de owo de wo bekonti ochire ba bia yedi o mu ba ye no ibedu yo so muja empanifo mbeto so ebubu ahan yi edi kata aha duru ha take kase yes nipa ho bon sebi ewo wasipi krut babia yedi o mu bebu nkutudwi ebo mu tuo no sabri abo be aba pausima edunum ahomachi afi na ya bi hu babia no kire yen se eho na pusi fo no dom be atuo no ba ko de na ehwe ye no ne to so mienu so aha no no so na ye bo ni tuo ne to so miensa ono so ni die ni bu nkotodwa a ye bo ni tuo ma otoa na nanom edo na ono no a wanwu no osi no na wo mfimfini ono ni mujani na so mu nyina bu nkotodwa okwan no ho.
For this is a very sad situation. Just say ohwe nipa ahodo ya nipa na on narrate no o kire circumstance kwan a ye fa so ekunkum mu nyina ye line no mu nyina ab mo bubu nkotodwe ena bullet ni didem tite tim and you woman feel very sad. I feel what some ABC super pepper and all of this can be described as extrajudicial killing. You may do myself. That's a foreign squad.
You far will be cried near me and Aquana, you're trying nine or no. Jaja or what can tampokra, Jaj in an tree crowd, no nefe. On a film so. One in tree. Obi a yɛtwa ne nan o ɔne ne yere ne da ho no mkɔbɔ pon no opie ba na yere so so omu hia no police station de ne ko ti omu kofa we ya no ma kofa we omu duru kwan mu no omu parke ye na omu yi wo mu nyina enu ano no
hey but that's gruesome
na Mose Rollins be kum nipa mo MPP fo Mose Rollins e be bon ko fotuo na ne da Akuffo Dampare ye nya bia na ode asia DC fo ya nen MPP for nya na mo nso ye wo we ntina me ka se na ne soja ban no mo ye dey because ye wo civilian mu na ye kum nipa na mo nka we na me hwe petition na me de akolo say president ni krom ni ba ko kan ho no mbo ni tuo o free ball bamboy enti say ye ti krom na sa sa akoso na ye ka na MPP for no mabunu agumasum Dampare widifo te say widifo utimi ye wewie na wa ye onsa say na wa kwa asoro ndemu na wanya lock say ye ni Moses type na ne momma amoka ensi Dampare fie saa kopim se kopim tambo bewu momma amoka de bia momma amoka ampake wo because innocent so obi one ne yire da ne akobo pum ne afa no obi enya so mu nyina ye nantwefo na ne hadwin pon se omo ye informant mo police fo mo adwuma mo be no the whole Ghana police tete no hunu on informant fo na captain.
He holds a lot of intelligence.
Good. Now, informant for the information bremo. Omo amusan twa mo nkofo mo ebuekum. Na wo wia ne wo boni tuo no e de report ba. Na wayi papa na fi Kentampo straight or the number headquarters. Na superintendent ho na no wo tin say wakum mo no. One board ambassador wa manaye chief supo. Na sani etena a police for commander ne kura no ati o su se nipa wei. Police for nankasa efa hunsu
ehu papa
enunti no police commander ho divisional commander ho we ho crime officer na de anim akofa nkofo wo mu fie ne hukum wo nyina na wo se wo de obeko we go free sir you
go free folks and someone emu edu pa Alex Tete of course we are making the effort them we are really going to have a part 2 of this show. These are very, very issues as security services investigative. We all say, please admonish your guests to be measured with the harsh words against the former IGP. It is not fair and not the best. He can make his point without display of negative emotions. I can understand his anger and frustration with the past decision of the former IGP, but peace is what we all want. Thank you, Richard from Kumasi. We all say, hey, so all these killings happen in this country? Yeah. I am flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted. This is unbelievable. May their souls rest in peace. Richard, not too awesome. Uba Winsor say, how are you doing? And all day, we all say, good evening, Kwekum. So the former IGP, was that bad? And Nanado maintained him to that extent? That some important security personnel and opinion people in society want the new government to also work with him, or Hineba Deborah, and or can we? Say, hello, Kwekwanan. I am outraged and disgusted at the inaction of our investigative service regarding the former IGP, despite staggering allegations of long-term secret and blatant wrongdoing. He remains untouched. As a concerned citizen, I demand immediate action. It is time to shatter the culture of impunity and censure accountability. The nation deserves answers, and justice must be served. Use your program to shed light on this issue and demand accountability from those in power. Eko Thomas no deba. A man for I very epa. We'll see. Good evening, Kweku. We thank God for the hard work you are doing for Mother Ghana. Keep it up. But Ghanaians have a thinking problem. The Constitution says the President of Ghana has the power to hire and fire. And from Kwame Nkrumah to John Mahama, because a couple of that everybody choose his or her own IGP or service commanders, and it is constitutional mandate. I don't know why George Dampare removal became a subject, while Dampare himself knew so far as there is a new government, there will be a new IGP, and even the John Mahama decides to keep him, it would be a reappointment. He couldn't have continued Nana Ado's appointment. That's why I said Ghanaians have a thinking problem. Yahaya, Kutia, and Ode. Eba, was also Kweku. Seriously, your sound people are really blah blah blah. I swear, please, never praise them again. It's technical team for Namate, but it is not their fault. It is the machines in there. Sometimes, so we are saying, Zanan, don't you have qualified producers and check your microphones? Okay, some of these things goes beyond them. We are saying, please, do you have the number of who? Meaning the Pakwan will hear the number. You didn't tell me the Pakwan will open the number. Okay, my Memraham. We are saying, good evening, bro. Today's program is so far so good. Our President Mahama should be very careful with these fake pastors. Blah 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 blah. Okay, okay, my camera. Good evening, bro. I'll say Dampare should be brought to book. Spell the name well so that I will pronounce it well. Why do you spell Dampare's name like that? Hello, Kweku. Is Dampare's version of Emperor Bokassa from David Gaspar Annan Banana Inn? Kweku, good evening. I greet you and Mr. Alex. I'll say we both used to be in church. Can't mention that name. I don't know what that means though. We also say good evening, Kweku. I am Glockpaw Ransford from La Paz. Mr. Kweku, I support every word that you say, and I will continue to support you. Fire them, crush them. They would say they are witches and wizards. Fire burn them all. Witches and wizards. Kweku. I see a tour I do Wednesday. Now, from the look of things, it will be better said President Mahama said 1 year consultation knowing said Dampare saw ya there, but as a saw kono be super. But then there's a DB ye keep his and a nippon in your shrine and nippon in your share. If you see a money you do not know a gun especially in security matters. You can say, yeah, share a day report to be a President Mahama, all the service commanders here in the Ghana Armed Forces. Would the president be wrong?
That be on your wrong. That's a new king, new law. And see, the wrong then. Would Dampare new on the national security meeting. Nanka ban we buy no nanka wasant na ho na and yes na wunye save na president dan nanka na say na so no wa be president baako mienu miensa nie nti you know a lot onim bibia Dampare de no otwen na Dampare akoye na se yi na ba na wo man nso san akodi na chi kakra na omo ye 6 match ne nti na Dampare fin say all is well. It is a rapture. But no, what? It is a rapture. Akuffo do the end the back. No, ne fali we ye say nti we no nim say enko. Mame fa pipa fa petition na person kan. Yeah, petition. Mame fa pipa na nkasa ibra.
Petition na match de akoro Wednesday mbebese e be ye
petition. Me say na petition no ekowia o de Yewura Mahama ya de say ni krom ni kan ho. Dampare na monsama mo gina court den fabra for
monsama mo kan o petition
we mum kra na tifo be unze we say mabo ho
papa ye be ye ho adwuma Wednesday now petition amatre cited for natural self the Inspector General of Police Ghana Police Service na natural background of the incident mo say mo raise a point say on October 20, 2021 an operation was conducted by the PID unit, a specialized unit formed under the leadership of the former IGP George Akuffo Dampare. The operation involved 4 police officers and was led by Superintendent Ajiman Buedu.
Yeah,
who was subsequently promoted Chief Superintendent and transferred to police headquarters in Accra shortly after the operation. Yeah, pro kakra. No, nyabutra you pro. Wednesday never
for interesting.
Yeah, but Theo, Mose, the victims of these operations were Tahiru Idrisu Ali Abudu, the Fulani chief of Swala, the Dramani Idi from Bole. Oh,
yeah.
These men were known police informants who provided critical intelligence to the Ghana Police Service service on armed robbers, wanted persons, and other criminal operations in the Bono East, Savannah, and northern regions. Ali Abudu, in particular, played a pivotal role in the monitoring and activities of Fulani foreigners entering Ghana from Burkina Faso and had extensive knowledge of crimes committed by Fulani groups in the region. Tahiri Idrisu, despite having his leg amputated due to an accident, was a respected and hard-working individual who served as a caretaker for cattle owned by prominent figures including the Boli Judge and local chiefs. Really? Krate yaba be ye krate mo dwom we yi nsem bia no on Wednesday. Krata we be ye mo dwuma on Wednesday. Na mo yi nsem because nsem am raise we had come President Mahama no. I am simply hoping say they will listen and they will act on it. So mo no mo patch say Sabria nkrofo bi dey akọ to Dampare echi no. Musu say Dampare must be investigated and prosecuted.
Yes.
Folks,
because unye interest na and chief inspector now okodi anim mo omokobo uwie ya na transfer den ba na be promote no.
Oh, then it means Dampare was aware of the operation.
Na say the pan pia the phone free hakoye police phone police commander or friend say divisional commander or nti why police phone to barrier free kwan mu mu busa omo say na omo nyina pia the phone yi omo card say we yes ma omo from Dampare. So what I say? Yeah. Mutimi kofa nipa free ni dem na yi omo na bomb tu okwan na yo soja ban mu ti na make say why soja no take over to the country sasa na e ne dia civilian government
soldier for me take you over.
That's it. And no cry dia hoto because civilian na ye this way e koso a na mo se soja ban rally school for and na civilian government way koso aba.
Oh, folks, very scary. Now, on Wednesday, we are also going to speak to some former police officers. Wednesday, Emubeshi. Yeni police in Penifobisu Bekasa, women victims in the hands of the former IGP. Like I said, now we are throwing the spotlight on the life and times of the former Inspector General of Police. Nejuma Ekos and Ebini Diana said we are going to Ekanyo. The legacy na yebije atuona. A legacy benya. Ibidiana Sebi Folks, of course, it's been the Frontline show tonight.